God, welcome back to my channel. Today it's supposed to be a weigh-in day. I'm supposed to upload a weigh-in, and I guess we really just need to talk a little bit about what's going on as far as my weight loss journey, because right now I am just mentally not there, and that's translating to like my day-to-day choices and things that I'm doing. And to be honest, I don't really know why. So I guess to get into it, I had a weigh-in. I weighed on Saturday. Sometimes I weigh more than I'm supposed to. I'm trying to only weigh once a week, but I know I haven't been doing that great, which causes me to weigh more to kind of see how far off track I am, you know what I mean? So I did a weigh-in on Saturday to kind of see where I was, and I was 327, which is a little bit lower than the last weigh-in that you guys saw, but it just felt super shady to record that and maybe post that weigh-in, because I haven't really done well this week, and on Saturday evening I didn't do well. My Sunday weigh-in was not very good. I'm just doing a whole lot of like bouncing back and forth, and I'm having a really hard time like finding the drive to stay consistent majority of the time. So in previous attempts to lose weight, and like the previous time that I was posting weigh-ins for you guys and on my journey, I stayed consistent most of the time. I definitely had days where I slipped up. I definitely had days where maybe I ate something that I shouldn't have, or maybe a little bit like too much in excess, if that makes sense. But for the most part, I was staying on track, and I was staying, slow weight loss, maintainable weight loss, stuff like that. And that's just not what's happening this time. And besides like a host of excuses about like what's going on in my life, I don't really know why. Like, I'll have a day where I feel really good and I do really good, or maybe even 2 days where I do really good, but then I'll fall off the wagon for a day or two and I gain weight super easy and super quick. And so I'm constantly bouncing around like the same 2 to 3 pounds. Like, I'll lose 2 pounds, I'll gain 2 pounds. I'll lose a pound, I'll gain a pound. I'll lose 3 pounds, I'll gain 3 pounds. Like, it's just, I'm not keeping it off, and I'm not staying consistent. And there's so many factors as to why right now. Like, we have the COVID-19, so we're really not going out and doing anything. We just moved to Mississippi, which has been like pretty rough for me. I don't want to say like I'm depressed or anything like that, because I definitely don't feel like I'm depressed. I'm not comfortable and I'm not settled. I don't have, connections with people that I care about the same way that I did in Oregon, and I don't have a lot to do. And even small things about Mississippi are really starting to bother me, like the fact that most neighborhoods don't have sidewalks. It sounds like literally the stupidest thing, but it irritates me like beyond belief. Because if I want to go on a walk with my family, like we did almost every single day in Oregon, it means walking down the road on the road with a toddler. And I mean, it's doable. We do it some nights, but I'm not maintaining consistency with it. And it's just, I don't know, it's another reason that I can use to kind of avoid doing things that I know I should be doing. Also, we just don't have a whole lot of support here, I guess, if you will. And we never really had a ton in Oregon either, but I always had my niece, and she'd come over and hang out with me, or she'd watch the kids for us. We'd go on a date night. She had sisters that would watch the kids for us, and we'd be able to get out and do things and kind of relax and refresh. And between COVID and not really having a whole lot of family support here, it's rough, and it's turned out to be something I didn't expect it to be. I guess when we have expectations in our mind of how good something could be, and then it ends up really not being that way, we set ourselves up to be disappointed. And I feel like that's really what myself and my fiance did. We had like these really fairy tale ideas of like family connections and relationships and support systems and I don't know, I guess just that like white picket fence idea, like close connected family idea. I came from a pretty broken family that isn't like really present or supportive for the most part, and so I don't know, we just had big expectations for it to be different when we got here, and it's really not, and people are just busy and they have their own lives, and so I don't know. I have a lot of things that I don't want to say like we regret coming here. It's just, it's different. It's not what we wanted it to be, and it's been tougher than we had expected it to be. So that's another excuse that I have. Also, the things that are going on with my son. I've mentioned before, he has, a condition, urinary reflux. There's some new developments about that I'll talk to you guys about in another video. For those of you that are interested in kind of learning a little bit more about that condition. I know for me, when I first found out about it, I was trying to find like videos and people that have experienced it, and there's some out there, but not a lot. So I just kind of want to add to that wealth of like, this is my experience, you know what I mean? So there's that. He's in speech therapy now. My kiddo's about to start school. There's so much going on politically, and I don't know, my mind is just crowded with like all this stress and chaos and like things that I have to do and things that I need to get done without really getting a whole lot of real R&R, if that makes sense. That my focus for losing weight and weight loss has just been like at the bottom of the to-do list, and I know it should be at the top, and like when I sit here and talk about it logically, I'm like, I want to lose weight. That's like at the top of my priority list, but every day I'll wake up with really good intentions, and then a lot of times it falls through. So that's what I'm trying to work on right now, and I just wanted to have a genuine conversation about what's going on. Because I think I owe you guys that, and like I said, I could have posted a weigh-in from Saturday that would have made it seem like I'm doing well and I'm, losing weight slowly and I'm doing what I need to do, but it just felt really fake because it was, and I want to keep myself accountable, not just in a way that is like, oh, you see the scale going down, but also accountable to be authentic and to be honest and truthful, because that's the person I want to be, and I'm always aspiring to be better in that way. So I want to let you know what's going on with that. I'm not doing great with my weight loss. I have plans to get back on the horse, and I'm hoping that they're successful. I know, like, logically in my brain, I know it's probably the most important thing I could do for myself and for my family is to get this weight off, to feel better, to feel healthier, to be more active, to set a good example. Like, there's so many reasons why losing this weight is important to me. And so that brings me to my next point. Because I've been struggling so hard, I have decided to go ahead and I just created a food schedule for myself of like foods I can eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack options, even down to like what I'm allowed to drink, and then exercise. So for example, one of my breakfast options is a serving of oatmeal with fruit and a light amount of honey, or I could have eggs with some fruit and some vegetables. Lunch is like tuna in like a lettuce boat or lettuce wrap. And then my drink options, I'm allowed to have either 1 cup of coffee or 1 diet soda a day, and the rest really needs to be water. And I have a water minimum. I need to drink at least 64 ounces. That might not sound like a lot to some people. That's a ton of water for me. And then my minimum exercise requirements for the day, outside of like cleaning my house and doing stuff like that, is to go for at least 1 walk and to do at least 50 squats. So I'm hoping that by creating something a little bit more structured temporarily, it will help me get on track and stay on track to like start the momentum. And then once I get the momentum going, like I can continue down, you know, path of making healthier choices and those types of things. Because, you know, right now it's just, it has not been happening well. Like, it's been rough. And then I also created a list of my motivations to lose weight. It's a very long list, and I could have gone on and on, but like, I think I needed to remind myself of why it's important for me to lose weight. And I won't read them all because that's a lot, but some of my biggest things are like having energy. I really don't have a lot of energy right now, and I know getting some of this weight off and eating healthier will definitely boost my energy. I have fatty liver disease, and it's not super progressed, if that makes sense. Like, it's all reversible right now, but if I don't get on this and change this soon, I'm not going to be able to reverse it. So that's a big motivation for me. I want to ride horses. I want to go rock climbing. And I want to be, you know, a good example for my children. So those are some of the things on this list. I have 25 things listed. And I think one of the major things for me is I have felt really trapped in my body. And I don't know if any of you guys know what it feels like to kind of feel trapped in your body. You probably do in one form or another, but it feels terrible, and it's held me back in a lot of ways. And so I'm going to have that paper so that I can look at it every day, and every day that I want to make a choice to, you know, eat out or eat extra food that I really don't need, or whatever it might be, drink extra soda. I'm going to look at that list and use it as a way to deter myself from doing that, because really, if I had a picture perfect idea of my life, I don't need to be like skinny or a supermodel or anything like that, but I need to be at a weight where I feel like I'm not held back and I'm not trapped, and I kind of feel like that right now. So, anyways, that's where I'm at. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments. Suggestions on how to stay motivated, taking it one step at a time. I'm definitely going to look into getting some counseling around my eating disorder issue stuff and kind of see where that goes for me. I've also thought about joining like a Eaters Anonymous type of thing. I've always felt weird about it. Like, I don't know, maybe everyone feels weird about joining those kind of groups, but I feel like maybe it might help to be connected with people, or maybe even just on days where I'm really struggling, I can make it a priority to, you know, go to a virtual session or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, any tips or tricks that you guys have, please let me know. Leave them in the comments down below. Any ways that you have been able to push back kind of like this struggle to gain momentum or motivation for weight loss, just leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I'm sorry that this week is not an exciting like weigh-in where I've actually lost weight and I made progress towards my goal, but this is my journey, and authentically, I think that this is how a lot of times weight loss goes for people, and I'm just trying to find my happy balance, you know? So I wish the best of luck to all of you guys, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and I hope your week goes well tomorrow, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!